Yes! Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a beautiful Saturday afternoon, the final day of February the 28th, 2026. Thank you all for watching, once again, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook. And leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels in the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments. You get bombarded and destroyed, like Iran will be pretty soon. So don't do it, because you will get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Ozzy and Satan and the United States of America will kick your ass and then eat your soul. So don't do it. Go do it on your boring, dead channel. And if you don't like it, tough shit. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet, and then tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because if you do, you're like Iran, you're SOL, you know what that means. If you don't know what it means, so you're gonna find out. And that's that. And for our newbies out there, if you're coming to my channel for the first time, you've never seen my channels before, well, and you're thinking about subscribing, if you like wrestling and music and all that other good stuff. So, if you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's your prerogative. I'm not forcing you to. We're begging you, but if you want to subscribe, go ahead. And when you do, as you say in the business, ladies and gentlemen, because it is a business, as we say, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab your nice tasty cola, and this is lemonade. You can't tell. You can think it's like, bleh, but it's actual lemonade. So, sit back, relax, grab yourself a tasty cola, put your stinky feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, well, fuck you, man. And just to you. It's really lemonade. Trust me. It's not pina colada or anything like that. I wish it was, but I guess I could go for a nice pina colada. I gotta go out and get the, coconut. Well, not the pineapple, but I have pineapple juice. I just gotta get the stuff to make the pina colada. You know, because Rosa likes that, so she wants, you know, she wants one, I want one too. So we can afford to have one day of, you know, having fun and just chilling. Drinking a pina colada in this nice weather. Gonna be almost 50 today, and then down the drain it goes. Tomorrow I get a little bit, not even nothing basically, of snow tomorrow. Like an inch, maybe two, like a dusting to maybe an inch, they're saying tomorrow. And then Monday is going to be cold as balls. And after that, big, huge warm up. Tuesday is going to be a little bit mixed. Ice, snow, rain. Well, ice and rain, really. So Tuesday is going to be a mess until early Wednesday. And then pretty much rain for the rest of the week into early next week, but it gets near 60, and maybe beyond 60 by next Monday. Oh, I have to return the clock forward. That's going to be nice. 63 degrees, raining, but still warm. The snow will be gone here in New York. Hopefully wherever you live too. And then we can think about spring coming up 2 weeks after that. So we're a couple weeks away from spring. We're about a month away from Easter. So, we're moving on, ladies and gentlemen. So, we say goodbye to February. And pretty much tomorrow we say hello to March. And that's that. And it's not going to come in like a beast per se, but there was rumors that we're going to get another blizzard this week. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Thankfully. There's rumors that it's going to get cold again by mid-March, by like St. Patrick's Day, and maybe all the way up to Easter. Then we'll finally get spring. You know, winter just won't. Can't wait to die. Get out of here. Jack Frost, you fucker. Get the fuck out of here. Give me spring. Give me a warm as fuck summer. I can go to the beach and get a nice tan and look at the ladies in their thong bikinis and all that good shit, go on my vacation and chill. Up until probably August or early September. And we'll see what happens with that. But, long way to go before that. I got 6 months to go before we even think about the summer. Well, you know what I mean. We got the summer, and then we'll talk about Labor Day when we get there, about 6 months from now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a great weekend. Be safe, be well, wherever you're going. We got the Elimination Chamber tonight. Should be pretty good, coming up in about 5 hours or so. So we got that. But really quick, ladies and gentlemen, enough spiel, because you clipped it anyway. Nobody cares if you do, because I don't. Because that's all you got on your dead channel. But I digress. But anyway, on your Saturday afternoon, really quickly, let's get to your WWE Smackdown thoughts. You understand? Thoughts, you understand? We get that. Alright, so last night's show, pretty good. The go-home show before the Chamber. And we are emanating from the KFC Yum Center, which probably does not serve Kentucky Fried Chicken. Who knows? Maybe they serve Chick-fil-A or Raising Cane's or Popeyes. I don't know. I've never been there. In Louisville, Kentucky. You know, I don't go to Hickville, you know. I live in Bumville, basically, and that's New York City, so. Not even New York, Brooklyn, but it is what it is. What people say, the armpit of Brooklyn. It is what it is, but it's a good part of Brooklyn's pretty safe. There's some crime here, not much, but not around my area. It's like a little bit a ways away, but it is what it is. But, you know, pretty soon I won't be here anymore. Hopefully real soon. I hate it here. I hate it here in New York. I want to get out of here, go to somewhere warm and not too rainy, which is pretty much California or Phoenix. Maybe somewhere in Florida, but, you know, it rains down there, and you gotta worry about tornadoes, and you gotta worry about hurricanes in the summertime. It's insane. I go to Puerto Rico, but you got the same thing. All you gotta worry about is the hurricanes, the power, the internet, and you just look at great fucking beaches. Oh, I love the move to Puerto Rico. And it's a U.S. territory, so I don't need a passport. Ha ha! Not that I have one. I used to have one, but it expired. So, if I ever go overseas again, I have to re-up my, well, not re-up, I have to get a new one. New passport. But that probably won't be for a while, so. But I love to visit Puerto Rico, not because of Issa, just because of WWC and the wrestling scene down there in Puerto Rico. Check out the culture, the food. I just stay there for a while. Will it be a week, 2 weeks, a month, life? Who knows? I don't even have to ask Issa to, you know, give me a tour. I don't need to. It'd be nice to just see her and have drinks, and that's it, you know. Maybe I'll go to a WWC event that she's doing. And just hang out in the crowd. Not do backstage stuff, just hang out. It's like, oh, Issa, how you doing? Anyway, moving on. But that's probably a pipe dream. But you never know. You never know. Not that expensive to go to Puerto Rico, I don't think. Not that expensive, but it is what it is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Smackdown emanated from the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. Joe Tessitore, my good buddy, Bad News Reed Bennett on commentary, and we got some bad news for you, and that's Iran getting the fucking ass kicked. They got that. Yeah, they retaliated on embassies in Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia has now joined us. UK has joined us. Italy. World War III has begun, and I told you it was going to happen. Not global thermonuclear war yet, but we might get there. War games might happen. So William Regal and a certain guy named Matthew Broderick might be right. 41 years later. Jeez. 41 years since that movie came out. Wow. Insane. A young Matthew Broderick looks like me. I'm serious. I get so many people come up to me and say, you look like Matthew Broderick. I'm like, It's true, and I look like a young Mickey Mantle. Look like my dad, but I'm still a sexy beast. But I digress. Alright, let's get into the show really quickly. That's that. Alright, we start the show with chaos as Jey Uso, the Yeet Man, somehow got attacked by a mystery assailant. Though it was right near the box. Was it the guy in the box? Was it Mr. Danhausen? Or was it somebody else? We'll find out tonight with the crate. So chaos in the back. Nichols like, what the fuck's going on? Cody doesn't know what's going on. Javon Evans doesn't like it. Jacob he comes in, he's like, what the fuck's going on? I thought he was gonna go to the hospital with Jay, but then Jimmy comes in and is like, I'm gonna find out who did this. I don't even know who went with Jay to the hospital. I thought it was with Jacob, but we saw him later on the show, so maybe he went and came right back. I don't know, but I think Jimmy went, so obviously because it's his brother and part of the bloodline, put up your ones. Acknowledge Tribal Chief every day, Roman Reigns. We got to see him Monday in Indy. All right, so Jimmy's gonna find out what happened, and then Trick Willie Shimon and his lemon pepper steppers. He comes in and says, "Well, that's one down." You think it's Trick? I doubt it. I think it's Brock Lesnar or Sami Zayn. And people saying Jacob. Right. I doubt it's Jacob. Why would he attack his own bloodline member? I mean, I know he was in Solo's group, and they were fighting, because of the OG bloodline and the fake Timu bloodline. That's one thing, but now that Jacob's kind of turned face a little bit, why would he go back to being the heel? And why would he attack Jay? Just to get in the chamber is one thing, but I don't really think so. I don't think it's Jacob. People say Drew McIntyre, well, you have no proof of that, so. Papucho didn't do it. But anyway. He didn't say he attacked Jay. Javon doesn't really like it. They start going at it a little bit. And then Drew McIntyre appears in the arena saying, I didn't do it. And then we see Cody on a split screen. He don't like it, so he starts heading to the ring. And then Nick Aldis security try to get rid of Drew. Cody's like, let's fight right here, right now, Drew. Drew's like, okay, how about no? Because I got nothing to benefit the fighting you. I already beat you before. So I'm going to get out of here because Nick told me to get out of here. So Cody, gets all pissy and says that Drew's title reign, he's been disengaging, he's running away his entire title reign, which is hypocritical because, Cody, your title reign was shit. So I want to talk there, hypocrite. And then Randy Orton is not this voice. He comes out. He wants to be in the main event of Mania. Well, you have to win the chamber there, Randy. And then Chick Winnie! He comes out, brags about getting mentioned by Bruno Mars on his new album. Nice. I heard it. I heard some of it. It's pretty damn good. I'm not a big Bruno Mars fan, but, you getting mentioned on an album, that's street cred. Hey, I got mentioned on many albums in this moment, and some indie bands I know. So, I'm popular, and you're not! By the way, 2 million hits, and counting. And there's a strong rumor that I'm on the next In This Moment record. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I digress. Alright. So it mentions being on Bruno Mars' album. It says that since we're in the KFC arena, I'm going to add something to the menu. More chicken. I don't know. Then Bouncy Javon Evans comes in. Says, I'm going to be the youngest world champion beating Randy Orton's record. And then more talking. Because we need more talking in wrestling. Because we can't get a little less talk and a lot more action in wrestling. So, Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah. He comes in. Says everyone, including Drew, belongs to him. Trick's like, whoop, yeah, Trick. Eli's like, that's a good idea. boom, starts fighting with Trick all the way to the back, and then everybody's like, oh, what just happened? Cody's looking at Javon, Javon's looking at Randy, Randy's looking at Cody. Everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? And then, out of nowhere, Javon, welcome to SmackDown, bang! RKO, the real RKO, not your nice OG Gilly Cutter, but still. Oh man, tonight, I can't wait for tonight, when Javon and Randy go berserk. I'm telling you right now, Javon's gonna hit an OG Cutter from the top of the pod. And Randy might catch him, you know. He might go for it, hit like Logan Paul, and then maybe Eli goes for a move off the top. Or maybe Javon goes for another OG Cutter on a different pod. Randy's just like he's about to get up. And Javon is diving, then the next thing you know, boom! RKO eliminates Javon. And Cody's gonna win. Obviously, I don't want it to happen. I do not. But it's gonna happen. And then, you know, Jacob is gonna get all mad. You know, and you think, I want a title shot. Randy wants his title shot. Everybody wants their title shot at Drew. Drew's like, I don't give a fuck. And then Nick being a dick. Nick Aldis being a dick. It's like, alright, you gonna face Drew at Mania on the 6-pack challenge. Or they go with the original idea, Drew versus Jacob versus Cody. I mean, either way, Drew's probably losing his belt, which sucks. Just don't give it to Cody again. I don't care if Sammy gets it. I don't care if Randy gets it. I don't even give a... I care. It'd be nice if Jacob got it. But if some guy named Logan Paul gets it, I'm gonna be pissed. He don't need the belt. Fuck him. That fake Puerto Rican. But I digress. Alright, so that's a wild segment, and we move on. Alright, it's Tiffy time! Daddy! You know, no, we're not gonna talk to Daddy. She's ready to win the Elimination Chamber, then my first and second amazing hot Asian wives, Asuka and Kairi! They come in, Asuka's like, nobody is ready for Asuka in the chamber! And she's gonna win the chamber and get, you know, become WWE Women's Champion again. Tiffy's like, well, I'm ready for you. How about we have a match later on? Asuka's like, okay. So she leaves, and then Kairi starts, you know, comes up to Tiffy, starts playing with her dress a little bit. And then she's like, you look like jellyfish. And then, Kairi! You gotta love Kairi. You gotta love my second wife. You love it. Alright, so we move on. Alright, Solo taking on Uncle Howdy. Pretty good match. One-on-one, because we didn't have the MFTs, didn't have the Wyatt 6 at ringside. Just straight up one-on-one. And, Uncle Howdy got the win after Solo charged right into Sister Abigail. So Uncle Howdy gets the win. A pretty decent match. Then after the match, he goes for the lantern, but then you knew they were coming out. MFTs come out, beat down Uncle Howdy, and then the Wyatt 6 come out a little bit too late, and Solo keeps the lantern. So that's gonna go on all the way to Mania, most likely. Ugh. End it already. Moving on. Alright, Nick Aldis has Drew McIntyre. He's leading him out the building, sort of. The Vision come in, Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. Paul wants to volunteer Logan Paul to take Jey Uso's place in the chamber. Nick Aldis like, okay, that's a good idea, but I'm going to make some calls. And then we see Jacob come in later in the show. He's like, hey, I want in too. And then Nick's like, okay, I'll make some calls. Can't say fucking yes! Fucker. Anyway, moving on with that. Alright. Mommy Rhea Ripley and Io, my third wife, they're ready for their tag title defense against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Get shit done. Io's like, well, Mommy's in the chamber. She's gonna win and become the next, she's gonna win the belt back, the women's title back against Jade. Speaking of Jade, she comes in and says, Mommy, you're on your own tomorrow. Oh, Mommy gonna win tonight? Or maybe Tiffy. So it's between Mommy and Tiffy. I wouldn't be mad either way. But Dark Horse Kiana James? Kiana James and Jade at Mania. Doesn't scream ratings to me, but no, I don't think anybody would care that much, because I think Jade would just annihilate her. Sucks. It is what it is. Alright, then we get a video on Bobby Priest's time at NXT, how it helped him get ready for the main event, main roster, I should say. So a little chronicles of Poppy, that was nice. Jelly Roll's in the audience. Well, he's from Nashville, so he's in the Kentucky area, so why not? I think we saw Vanessa Hudgens, too. She's hot. Spicy. Caliente. Alright, then we were supposed to get Asuka versus Tiffy Tiff. Chelsea Green, Madam President, with Alba Fire at ringside. Chelsea's on commentary. Asuka comes out and says, I'm smart! I'm going to rest before the chamber! So Tiffy, it's Tiffy time! You're going to face Kylie! Okay, Kylie's like, I'm going to fight. Alright, so we get to the match. Match was not bad. Chelsea gets involved a little bit. Kyrie is sent onto Alba Fire. And she, before missing Tiffy and knocking Chelsea into her wheelchair. Oops, with the insane elbow. Ow. So, Tiffy throws her back in. Hits the ever so popular Mr. Kennedy! Forward roll, or the Green Bay plunge, and then she hits the prettiest moonsault ever. 1, 2, 3, Kyrie takes another pin. She's 0-10 this year. 0-10? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? I know it's setting her up for a big win, hopefully at Mania. Hopefully. She hasn't won at Mania. I don't think she's ever won at Mania. I know Asuka's never won at Mania. She's 0-7 or 0-8. I don't know. I think she's 0-8. I forget. I lost count. Io's won at Mania. We all saw that last year when she won the retained the title against Mommy and Bianca. I don't even know what Io's going to do at Mania. They're thinking about doing a triple threat, which I would love. Io, Asuka, and Kyrie. I've been saying that for months. Maybe it'll come to fruition. I don't know. Unless Io's got somebody else to fight. Well, we'll see. Alright, Nick Aldis tells Logan Paul, you're in the chamber. Unless you win your qualifying match against Jacob. Paul Heyman's not happy, but Logan Paul's like, you know what? I saw my Pokemon card. I married the hottest supermodel in history. Bullshit. I'm gonna win and become the world champion. Because I'm Logan Paul, bitch. The biggest fucking idiot ever. Biggest social media idiot ever. But I digress. If you like him, good for you. I know Issa loves him because he lives in Puerto Rico. I'm not gonna say anything bad about that. Yeah, she likes him, good for her. She likes Kendrick Lamar, good for her. I personally don't like him, so it's my opinion, and it's her preference. That's what it is. Alright, then we get the Miz's funeral against the big man, Oba! Who? Femi. Oba, before we get some talking, and Miz like, you need me, I'm gonna be your Undertaker. And then Oba's like, you do look like a dead man to me. Don't. Miz, you're an idiot. Why do you mention the goat of all goats of the modern era? Why? Idiot. So Miz gets the fans to chant Oba, which they do. Oba says, well, that means I can do this on my own, technically. And then Oba beats the fuck out of him, hits the fall from grace in under 5 minutes. Bye, Miz. Miz is done. He's pretty much buried. He's gonna go back to banging his hot wife Maurice and beating with Monroe and Madison, his kids, and wherever he lives now. He used to be from Cleveland. I don't know why well, good thing you left Cleveland. Cleveland's a dump. Sports teams suck, and it's the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame. And if you go there, piss on it. I'm serious. Piss on it. You just don't get caught. You leave a bottle of piss there and nobody will know. Not that I recommend it, but I'm just saying. It's a stupid fucking museum. It should not be, catered to people that are not rock oriented. Like Shaka Khan. Nothing bad about Shaka Khan. Or, LL Cool J's in it. Why? I mean, Shakira's nominated this year. Pink is nominated this year. Lauryn Hill. Mariah Carey again. But you got the rock people. Oasis, INXS, Iron Maiden, Billy Idol, Black Crowes. I mean, that's rock. But they're gonna put in douchebags like freaking Shakira, Pink, and Lauryn Hill. God forbid they put in Mariah Carey. I hope she gets snubbed again. She's not even on the leaderboard. At last check, she was on the leaderboard. Maiden was on it. Let's get Maiden in. We need Maiden in. Seriously. I'm just saying. Oasis can get in later. Black Crowes can get in later. In this moment, it'd be in 6 years, because Beautiful Tragedy came out in 2006, early 2007. So, 2031, 32, in this moment, will probably be on the ballot. I don't think they'll get in yet, but I think they'll be on the ballot. It makes all the sense in the world, so. Depends if they do get nominated those years, depends who goes in with them. So, but cast your votes in 2031 and 32 for In This Moment. Whether they get in or not, at least they got nominated. They'll get in. They will get in. If it takes like 40 years, like Kiss, but at least they'll get in eventually. Well, we move on. Blah, 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 blah. Well, what is next? Alright. Carmelo Hayes talks to Ilya Dragunov. They were supposed to have a match, but it was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. You know, I got other things to worry about. So, Melo tells Ilya to take the night off. We'll discuss it later. So, Melo goes to the ring and he faces an open challenge. This guy, woo, you blew it, Matt fucking Cardona. And I have to say, this was match of the night. Wow. They went at it. I mean, Cardona came this close to becoming U.S. champ again for I believe the second time. But he really gave Melo a run for his money. And Melo barely got out alive with the United States title. He hits the first 48 really quickly after a Rough Rider got a 2.99999999999 Batman 5. Yeah, spit something out, but it is what it is. And Carmelo gets right up, hits a quick first 48, 1, 2, 3, retained the title in under 12 minutes. Great match. And then afterwards, sportsmanship! Yay! Code of honor, you love to see that. We move on. Alright, then R-Truth teaches the tag team division how to use the ESPN app. And then Johnny Gargano's wheeled in on the NXT crate again. Candice LeRae has to get ready for her match against Jordynne Grace. And then Kit Wilson, he's alive! He calls everybody toxic! That was hilarious. That segment was pretty funny. But, bunch of jobbers and Kit Wilson. That's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to Jordynne Grace and Candice LeRae. Not very great. Johnny Gargano was lying down on the announce table. It was funny. Then he gets up and says, you know what? Fuck you, to his wife, and goes to leave. Causes a distraction. Jordynne hits the pump handle suplex. 1, 2, 3 to get the win in a boring as fuck match. Didn't care. Moving on. Raquel Rodriguez thinks the Judgment Day could get both women's title shots at Mania. Liv got Stephanie. If Raquel wins tonight, she gets Jade. But speaking of Jade, she comes in and cuts her off. They talk a little bit in Spanish. And then Mia Yim and B-Fab, they come in and Mia Yim threatens Jade again. And B-Fab's like, let's wait on that. Can we get her away from them? Can we get B-Fab and Mia Yim away from SmackDown? Put them on Raw. I mean, I don't care. Mia Yim should be in AEW right now. Shit. I mean, her husband hasn't been seen in almost 2 years now. That's Keith Lee. We haven't seen him since he turned grandpa, basically. Remember that silver gray hair and that silver gear? Ugh. Then he had that semi-feud with Swerve that really didn't end. Because he had that heart condition, so he was been out for like a year and a half almost with that. I feel bad for the guy. I don't think we're gonna ever see Keith Lee wrestle again. He might be like a producer or a coach. I don't know. But I really think Mia Yim should get out of WWE because they're doing nothing with her. B-Fab, the same thing. Maybe B-Fab could go to TNA. Maybe hook up with, I was gonna say hook up. Oh yeah, she can hook up with Flop Dollar. Or go to AEW, hook up with Swerve, kind of have like a, shit row reunion. But just without, without Flop Dollar and, what's the other guy's name? I forgot his name. Shit! The other guy, the other guy. So maybe a shit row reunion down the line. Who knows? Who cares? Oh, we got that. Alright, then we got to look at AJ Styles' tribute show, capped off by his Hall of Fame announcement by the GOAT of all GOATs, The Undertaker. That was nice. Cody says he hopes Jacob wins this qualifying match, enters the chamber, and Jacob's like, well, I hope to see you there. Beat your ass. And then Jacob walks off. Cody runs into Sami Zayn. Cody walks off. Zayn comes in, and him and Jacob start talking. They shake hands. Really nothing said. Sami goes over to Jacob. Actually, he take that back. He shook hands with Cody, and then Cody left. He goes to Jacob and asks how Jey Uso's doing. Not too good, Al. Sami's thinking that Jacob might have done it. Jacob goes berserk, threatens to kick his ass. He's like, I don't like this. I gotta worry about my match. And then Sami goes on a rant about how he might have done it. That gets shot down again. And Sami tells Jacob to go win and then get upset about it. And then, he goes, go win your match and go to the chamber. So Jacob's like, argh. And he leaves. And then Sami just, knocks over water bottles and shit. And the poor cameraman gets wet. Not like that, but, I'm thinking Sami got really... He's in another world right now. Hey, maybe El Generico's in the box. Oh, that'll make Kevin Owens pissed. How do you escape from the orphanage in Mexico? He snuck under the border. That's what he did. I didn't think everybody else got in. It was a fucking Joe Biden. That's why. Fucker. And that bitch Kamala Harris. And now Donald Trump secured the borders and kicking everybody out. ICE is doing a pretty damn good job. Get all those douchebag criminals and people that should not be here. Get them out. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we get to the women's tag team titles. Rhea Ripley and Io taking on Nia Jackson Legend. Great match. Back and forth they went. And then Io comes in of a hot tag. Goes berserk. But then Nia took her out. Hits the Annihilator. About to have a new chance, but thankfully Mommy made the save. But her back is torn up after getting drilled on the announce table. Ow. She has riptide, or like a crappy, sloppy-looking riptide on Nia, but she hurt her back even more on that. And then Lash picks her up, hits the Lash extension. 1, 2, 3, we have new women's tag team champions in the Irresistible Forces, Nia and Lash. Happy for Lash, gets her first major title in WWE. Trick is really happy with that for his smoking hot wife. That's good. Sucks that Io and Mommy had lost the belts, but it makes sense because now Mommy can focus on the chamber. Io can focus on trying to get maybe Kairi to get away from Asuka, and then that sets up the triple threat. We'll see. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to the women's locker room. Charlotte's eating ice cream, Ben & Jerry's ice cream. She ate 1 pint, almost done with a second pint, then she has a third pint. Damn. So Lexi comes in, not happy with the title change. So Charlotte's eating ice cream to get over Lexi possibly going to Mania without her. And then my girl, Julia, not Julia Hart, Julia, the women's U.S. champ, and the resident accountant, Kiana James, comes in, mocks them, and then Jade shows up, wishes them good luck, sarcastically. Look at that. Solo B-Bookie and the MFTs, they want Nick Aldis to do something about the Wyatt Six, so Nick Aldis says, well, I saw you lost clean to Uncle Howdy. How about we find new #1 contenders to your tag team titles, and that's going to happen next week. Oh, joy. Soul's like, oh, this is action. Who cares who wins that? Who's going to win? Praxium? Boring. Los Lobos? Boring. Motor City Machine Guns? Pfft, no. There is no credible tag team on Smackdown that can beat the MFTs right now. None, except unless the Street Profits come back from wherever they are. That's all I can say. The Street Profits are going to win the belts back. It's not going to be the Wyatt Six. I don't think they're going to get the belts back. I don't think so. So Smackdown Tag Team Division is garbage right now. Even Raw. I forget who has the titles on Raw. Shows you how much I know. Shit. Anyway, moving on. That's it. Alright, then we go to the back. Nia and Lash are happy with their title win. And they tell Kathy Kelly, you're not invited to our party. Aww. Sucks for her. And we get that. Alright, we get the opening of the Elimination Chamber, which focuses on Chicago and CM Puke. And we get that. Randy goes up to Aleister Black, and Aleister's still playing mind games with him. Randy's like, I'm sick, and everything. You know, so we get all that. So, Aleister thinks the Black Match woke him up. Randy promises to find him at the after the chamber. And that's what Aleister wants. He wants another match with Randy so he can beat him again. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get to the main event. Logan Paul versus Jacob for Jey Uso's spot in the chamber. Crazy match. Austin Theory and Paul Heyman at ringside. We get the Masked Man, or so we thought it was the Masked Man, but it was a decoy, and it was, he gets unmasked, and it's some guy named, what was his name? Danny Fiore or something like that? I forget. He's a student of Seth Rollins' school. Looked like, Sebastian that comic, Sebastian Maniscalco, or whatever his last name is, the Italian guy. Pretty good comic, too. That's what I thought he looked like. Like, what the? But anyway, Drew McIntyre hits Jacob with the belt as he was going for the moonsault. And then Logan Paul just rolled him up. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul goes to the chamber. Not too happy with that, but him and Javon in the chamber. Woo! Oh, they're going to do some good high-flying shit. I'm telling you, I think Javon's going to hit that OG ghillie cutter from the top of the pod on Logan Paul. I really think so. And then Randy's going to hit a ghillie cutter out of nowhere on Javon from probably the top rope or the top of the pod. Who knows? It's going to be insane. I think the men's match is going to be a little bit better than the women's match, unless there's really big spots in that match, like Tiffy does pretty moonsault ever from the top of the pod. I don't know how she can do that, but maybe just hit a regular moonsault from the top of the pod. Who knows? Alright, we get that. Alright, so Logan Paul gets the win. He goes to the chamber. Good match. And then Drew's looking on and everything. So we'll see what happens tonight. And that's pretty much it for that. And we move on. Alright, guys, I am out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta do some stuff. I'm trying to get my chamber predictions up. I don't know how, but I'll try to get them up soon. And that's pretty much it. So, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. And SmackDown got 7 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Until next time. Peace!